Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I'm waiting to see if I'm getting feedback. It's so far I'm not getting any.
I got some feedback for you.
Okay. Is it negative feedback?
Is there any other kind?
Oh, jeez.
You guys are kind of like at a standstill there. You're
Yeah,
frozen.
you're kind of frozen.
Sharon and Eric.
You cold? Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you
There you
go.
go. Oh, you broke trance. Okay, I'm not hearing the feedback, so I think we're okay.
Francois and a sticker. Did he say anything with his sticker?
Just tested positive for COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who did?
Bill,
Oh yeah. I thought you're still talking about.
I was explaining to them.
Francois. I didn't see anything about Francois. You saw something?
Yeah.
It says he sent a sticker.
He sent a sticker.
On my watch, it says it.
Well, how?
He sent a sticker. Like that.
So
Yeah.
I
unsigned.
don't know. It doesn't say he's coming or not coming.
Just
Just a thumbs up.
Might be late.
Okay, I'm gonna run the credits. Well, let's see if I can run the credits. Let's try to run the credits. Slideshow.
Have a good time tonight.
Slideshow from the beginning.
That's a good one.
Okay. Good evening, wine fans. Tonight is virtual wine tasting in the era of post-coronavirus for some. Tonight is August 15th, 2023. We are looking at the Bennett Valley AVA in the Sonoma Valley, and we have some wines from there. I am still this guy. Oh, Jenny's coming in.
looking.
I am David Mayer, the wino snob of Wine is Life. And our tasting panel this evening look a lot like these people. Kind of scary, very scary.
Kansas. I didn't know that Kansas Creek was one.
Okay, so we're gonna stop the share and look who's here. Jenny and
I love how she lays like this.
Yeah, she's learned how to grab onto her clothes, and so she's got one in one fist and one in the other fist, or onesie.
we should all sleep like that.
I've been really fussy, so I apologize.
She seems fine to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll go around the table and introduce ourselves, whatever you're drinking and where you're from and why you're here. We'll start with Sharon and Eric.
Oh, whoa. We live in Los Gatos, Eric and Sharon do. And once again, we did what we've been doing. We do have a bottled and cellared and bottled by
Lift it up.
Lift it up, can't see it. There you
Bennett,
go.
Bennett Valley Cellars. It's
Okay.
But of course it says Sonoma Valley. on
Well,
it.
that's okay.
Well, that's where we're at. It's Sonoma
Yeah,
Valley
you're good. That's good.
County, I should say.
Yeah, you're
And
good.
I have no idea what bin 6410 means.
Yeah. It's a big bit. It's a big bin.
And it's a Pinot, and quite honestly, I'm tired of trying Pinot.
You're not a Pinot person. There's some cabs made in Bennett Valley.
It's
Well,
got to be better than last week's Pinot, hopefully.
Well, yeah, we didn't drink ours. I barely even drank a quarter of my glass from last week. And we will be missing in action next week. And then after that, we don't have any of the wines. So we may be joining to learn, but not have the wines yet.
We're not doing it next week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
David's
I know.
on an adventure next week
So
too.
we're okay.
I
I'm gonna go.
realize that, but when we get home and I'm trying to get caught up on everything, one of the things that's included is buying the rest of the wines.
Okay.
Well,
We
we're
don't
getting
know.
home that Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So we're not gonna be able to do it anyway.
I don't know.
Madison looks awfully contented.
I don't know what the days are.
Power of thinking.
I am confused today.
Okay. We'll get it all together. You could drink something.
No, we'll definitely drink something.
Yeah.
Might drink some sake.
Nan could send you some. She's got some.
No, I dumped it down the drain.
Oh. That's 15 weeks worth of sake.
It was
You're a
bad.
good sport, Nan. Nan, you're a good sport.
I
He
tried it.
drank some of it,
Like
as
it.
we did.
You deserve a medal. Well, let's not get crazy.
Well, Nan, why don't you introduce yourself and everyone else in your
Okay, well, Scott and Nan, and we're from Waynesburg, Ohio, and this is his cousin Evelyn and her husband Jim, and they are from Wenatchee, Washington. And we have Matanzas Creek Winery. It's a 2019 Merlot. It's from Alexander Valley. 14.3% alcohol. Oh, okay, wait a minute, I gotta read this. Let me tilt this just a little bit. Our
Hold it.
Merlot expresses the distinctive terroir of our Alexander Valley vineyards. Terroir. We source from our vineyards on the valley floor and in the mountains, resulting in the layered complexity of aromas and flavors.
nice.
We also live in the Lake Chelan AVA in Washington.
Big Shaban.
Nice.
We'll probably get to Washington State maybe next year or the year after. We have our scheduled out through the end of December, and we're still in I think Mendocino, right? And then we get,
That has some great wine.
yeah, so we will finish up California probably mid-year next year.
We have Yorkville Highlands. Is that part of Mendocino?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we might not get, if we go from California to Oregon, we might not get to Washington for 2 years.
Oregon, if you don't like Pinot, you won't like Oregon.
I like Pinot.
I do too.
Actually, Willamette Valley has the best Pinot in the country.
That's what I think also.
Yeah. And most Psalms think so too. All right, we'll scoot over to the next seats, and at the table is Bill and Dorothy.
We are Bill and Dorothy from Fairfield, California.
But we
And
also have,
a Bennett Valley Cellars 2020 bin, 2020 vintage, Pinot Noir,
Same thing.
14.5 on the alcohol content. Says it exudes roasted hazelnut tones on the nose, signature aromas of blackberry, cherry, and raspberry, spicy tones and tannins from the wood are supported with rich fruit and a clean, crisp finish. Medium-bodied Pinot pairs well with fowl, smoked mince, no, smoked meats, let's try that. Hard cheeses, drink now through 2027. Says the pH 3.55, and then David, it's got a TA at 5.39. What is that?
Total acid.
Okay, thank you. 18 months in oak, bottled 4/13/22, 1,056 cases. So it retails for 29, and wine.com had it for 22.99. So we got a deal. Hopefully it tastes good.
I'm with you, Sharon, though. This is not, I threw in a bunch of ice cubes to kind of, ice cubes, cool it down, and they modify the flavor.
Do
This one is not as bad as last week's that we
You-
had.
Right,
you didn't have a Pinot last week, did you?
We did.
yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. And
Last week a sparkling?
Slightly better.
Some
couple or
people
3
had a
days
sparkling.
later, Yeah.
Iron
Okay,
Horse.
that's right.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sharon, about last week's Iron Horse. Because I had it later with my dinner and it was not good.
Was that the one that had a lot of sediment?
no,
Uh,
it was the sparkling.
It was
Yeah, I didn't really
sparkling.
care for that. I said, I like Asti Spumani better.
Oh, that's right. We did have sparkling last week.
Yeah,
didn't we? It was
so
really bad.
last
Yeah.
week
It
we
was
didn't
really
drink
bad.
it, and the week before.
No, it was not good. Not good.
It was just okay. It's not
Yeah.
that bad, but it's
Yeah, it was not good.
When you're,
Bad.
yeah, but when you're used to drinking what we drank, that's why it wasn't.
I wouldn't even put it in
Really
orange.
good champagne or really good sparkling wine. It's, yeah. Ugh.
But
What's,
we're drinking it to cook with.
There you go.
Jenny, what's Madison drinking?
See here, we have a 2019 Carlisle Syrah from Bennett
Okay.
Valley,
Nice.
Nice.
and it's 14.99% alcohol. It's from Radiant Ridge Vineyard. And the back says, from vines grown in volcanic rocky soil at 1,200 feet elevation comes this delicious, well-balanced, and age-worthy wine. Approximately 325 cases produced. Enjoy.
I think Madison was giving it a thumbs up there.
So
So it
I
looked
haven't
like.
tried it yet, but
Where are you
It has a nice
broadcasting
nose.
from, Jenny?
Jenny and Madison from Davis.
Hey, nice. Thank you. We never know where Karen is, but hi, Karen.
I'm in Hayward, California this week. Next time I'll be broadcasting from Longview, Washington. So anyway, I have the same as a couple people at
Matanzas Creek.
yeah, and I have a Chardonnay, 2019 Chardonnay. It says basically aromas of grilled peach and lemon zest with notes of chamomile and toasted hazelnut.
How is it?
It actually tastes pretty good. It's
Matanzas
good.
Chardonnay. Cool.
I know you like the Chardonnay.
Yes, I do. In fact, I had it at dinner.
Well, I'm David from Fremont, and I found this on wine.com. So this is Oro Bello, and it's a 2019 Roussan, which is one of the ingredients in Blancano. They have one of the, I mean, it's almost like you need an hour to sit down and read their back label. They got so much information back here, it's crazy.
She's wanting to go out.
Now you could be using to fix your program.
Yeah. So they actually list the ingredients. Grapes, yeast, and oak.
That's encouraging.
They're vegan friendly, so which is something that we can't necessarily say about our wines totally. They're family owned and operated, and it's alcohol is where is it? I saw it earlier. I think it's 13.5.
I'll hold it.
Can you hold it for me? I can't see. Can you read it for me? Well, yeah, I'll go with 13.5. So it's nice, very nice.
We're frozen again here. Or some people are frozen.
You're frozen.
You're frozen.
You're frozen.
You guys are all frozen. Jenny's not frozen.
Well, we're all not frozen and you're frozen.
There we go.
There you are.
You're back.
You're back. I'm gonna go put my wine in the refrigerator to keep it cold. We're having fish tonight, so I'll make sure.
I put one ice cube in here, Dorothy, and it's already almost melted.
Right, yeah. Right. So
Very
it
warm.
dilutes it a little and chills it, which is good.
Which I really
So,
like it when Eric pulls out a cab from the cellar and it's just slightly chilled. Just, that's my favorite time to drink it.
So where'd Scott go?
He took Lily out.
Okay. So Scott's cousin, do you sing?
No,
You want to sing?
no way.
Okay, just checking. Do you know about that?
No,
There's a song coming up right soon.
Actually, Eric did a great job last week.
I thought so. He does
Yeah.
a great job
every
at
time.
least 95% of the time. Got to give him some room for improvement. Don't want it to all go to his head. Let's go back and look at. Okay, do you guys see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's always a mystery if it's working, you know.
There's a
So
lot of wine on that picture.
what's that?
A lot of wine.
There's a lot of wine. Yeah, I actually got 5 wineries this time. I don't know why I just kept going and I got more than I thought I was going to get. So the song tonight, you all remember the restaurant scene from My Best Friend's Wedding, where they're singing the Dionne
Together
Warwick song?
forever, you're here in my heart, and I will love you. That one.
That's the one. Here it is.
I don't even think.
It's called Say a Little Prayer, and in our case, it's Pour a Little Wine. And so that's the tune.
Jenny
It's
was
to-
doing pretty good.
Yeah, Jenny, I think you should do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can figure this all out. Okay. The moment I wake up, before I pull out my corkscrew, I pour a little wine for you. And while decanting my wine now, and wondering what cheese to pair now, I pour a little wine for you. Forever and ever, you'll stay in my bar, and I will wine you forever and ever. We'll wine and cheese and charcuterie together. That's how it must be. The wine without you would only mean whiten for me. Uh-oh, I have something in the way of the first line.
I run
Oh,
the wine bar.
I run for the wine bar. While drinking, I think of us, dear. I pour a little wine for you. And at work, I just take time. And all through wine and cheese break time, I pour a little wine for you. Forever and ever, you'll stay in my bar, and I will wine you forever and ever. We'll wine and cheese and charcuterie together. That's how it must be. To wine without you would only mean whiten for me. Nobody but me forever and ever will stay in my bar, and I will wine you forever and ever. We never will part. I don't know how the rest goes. Oh, I'll wine you together. That's how it must be. To wine without you would only mean whiten for me.
Hey,
that sounded really good. Thank you.
Good song.
So do you guys all get this? Because you know, when I'm at work at the winery, we get this wine and cheese break time. You guys get that too at your jobs?
Yeah.
Not quite the same.
Get it at ours.
Okay. Moving on.
I mean, you got to test the product, right, David?
Test. Yeah.
Keep it fresh on your
course.
palate, you know.
Nice.
I'm pairing it with whatever I'm having for lunch that day. So we have we're still in the Sonoma Valley AVAs. We've done Sonoma Coast, Fort Ross, Seaview, Rock Pile, Dry Creek, Pine Mountain, Cloverdale, Alexander Valley, Nice Valley, Chalk Hill, Russian River Valley, Green Valley, Fountain Grove, and now we're in this little spot right here. This is Bennett Valley. And we got a few more to go before we can move on. Here's what Bennett Valley looks like. It's a pretty valley. A gently sloping elevated valley set between three mountains in Sonoma County. What our well-drained mountain benchland soils combine with early morning fog and marine breezes to create ideal conditions for growing exceptional cool climate varietals. With 8,140 total acres and just 650 planted acres, Bennett Valley is one of the smaller Sonoma County appellations. Our 36 primarily family-owned vineyards average less than 20 acres each. At harvest time, you'll often find our grower owners, their family and friends working alongside the harvest crew. The valley itself is peaceful and serene. We have just one winery open to the public, Matanzas Creek, and you'll find our appellation listed on some of the most sought-after artisan wine labels in California, such as Donnellan Family, Morlaix, I guess, Carlisle, Bevan Cellars, and Argot, to name just a few. In addition, there are a handful of recently established grower brands, many producing small lots of ultra premium wine in urban warehouses facilities, which cater to artisan producers. While their focus may vary, all are committed to crafting wines that are true to their vineyards and our unique appellation. Another look at Bennett Valley. Okay, history, early history. Native American tribes included the Miwok, Pomo, and Wapo, who thrive on the area's varied food sources and temperate climate. In the 1850, Bennett Valley sees an influx of settlers who quickly took to farming the rich volcanic soils. 1853, John Scaleford Taylor owned 2,000 acres on what is now called Taylor Mountain. 1854, James Bennett, for whom the valley is named, is elected to the state senate, where he introduces a bill making Santa Rosa the county seat. 1862, Isaac de Turk plants grapevines on land he acquired from James Bennett and establishes the valley's first winery, Belmont. 1884, Bennett Valley becomes a highly productive agricultural and high quality grape growing area. And then comes the disaster of phylloxera in 1890, devastates the vines in Bennett Valley. 1820, prohibition coupled with the damage from phylloxera ends grape growing in the valley. 1833, the end of prohibition sees grape growing returning to the valley. 1877, Matanzas Creek Winery is founded, once again establishing Bennett Valley as a recognized wine growing region.
David, it's 19, not 18.
What did I say?
You've been saying
1877.
Oh, okay.
Very confusing.
So not 1877, but 1977. Well, I'm confused often. 2003, Bennett Valley is formally recognized as an American viticultural area. And in 2004, the Bennett Valley Grape Growers organization is formed with a commitment to making the valley a premier grape growing and winemaking area. Another picture of Bennett Valley.
Why don't we have the color in there? Is that because of the sun, or is it the time of year that the leaves are changing?
I think this is the change of color in the for the fall season, and then just the way the sun's hitting it, we get this variation in here. Just a pretty picture, though.
You did a beautiful job on these pictures. I'm impressed with your photography.
Yeah.
We run out there at the right time to take all these pictures. It's just amazing.
It is phenomenal.
I surprise myself all the time.
This is time you could be using to fix
Oh,
your program.
Oh, jeez.
You got it started now.
Thanks, Dad. Geography. Bennett Valley is a series of high sloping ridges, hills, and swales, whatever that is, suspended from Bennett Mountain to the north, Taylor Peak to the west, and Sonoma Mountain to the south. Most of the planted acreage sits on the benchland between 400 and 1,100 feet above sea level. The AVA lies entirely within the Sonoma Valley appellation and overlaps part of both Sonoma Mountain and the Sonoma Coast appellations. The boundaries of the AVA roughly correspond to Matanzas Creek watershed. More an alluvial bench than a valley, volcanic activity creates both the diverse topography and a wide range of soil types, exposures, and terrains. The volcanic history of the region defines our landscape: steep, rocky soils with good drainage to encourage deep roots and intense flavors without dilution. The climate marine influences define this. Consistent marine influence defines this cool climate region. A depression in the coastal mountains known as the Petaluma Wind Gap allows early morning fog and cool marine breezes to pour into the valley through Crane Canyon on a regular basis throughout the growing season. While the AVA is classified as very cool, the mountains are, well, we saw the pictures. Yeah. The mountains that define its boundaries shelter the vineyards and protect them from extremes during the growing season. In the lee of the valley walls, abundant sunshine warms the fruit where ripening happens slowly and flavors develop ahead of sugars, which is great. As a result, Bennett Valley wines are ripe and fully flavored, but maintain elegance and complexity that can sometimes be lost in warmer areas. So true. Soils types. The volcanic history of the Bennett Valley landscape is outlined by the stone walls of eroded lava and tuff that crisscrosses its pastures and vineyards. On the slopes of the foothills, soils are primarily of volcanic origin and include lava flow, tuff beds, sandstone, gravel, and some conglomerate. The lower slopes and valley floor soils offer more variety, including some soils with an alluvial origin. Spreckles loam is distributed throughout the region. This rocky array of volcanic cobbles predicts the common characteristics of Bennett Valley's vineyard soils: good drainage and moderate fertility. And that's Bennett Valley.
Just need to add ice.
So we are looking at some of the wineries. So here is Matanzas Creek Winery.
Just dump the ice in.
Matanzas Creek is located in the remote but breathtakingly beautiful Bennett Valley region of Sonoma County. Since its launch in 1977, the winery has built its reputation on Sauvignon Blanc and Merlot, two varieties that thrive in Sonoma's temperate climate. Matanzas Creek also produces limited quantities of Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Bordeaux-style reds. All of the winery's fruit comes from sustainably farmed estate vineyards scattered throughout the mild interior and cool coastal AVAs of the county. In addition to its wines, Matanzas Creek is also famous for their spectacular lavender gardens.
Well, I was gonna say, that looks like lavender.
Yeah,
Bitch, it smells amazing.
I imagine just walking through there is going to be, your wines are going to smell like lavender.
Oh, and they have bocce.
They have bocce. Yeah. I played bocce this morning.
Cool.
Oh, my team won both games.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Then we have Bennett Valley Cellars. Pietro Zanin was born in 1881 in Rivamonte, Italy. He always believed that wine was an essential part of a meal, so that at an early age, he bought a vineyard in Suave in the Verona region to make sure wine would always be available at the dinner table. Fortunato, I like that name, Zanin, also born in Rivamonte, Italy in 1904, took his father's stewardship of the land seriously. In his parting days, he passed on his father's advice to the next generation. Emilio Zanin was born in 1939 in a small alpine village of Agordo, nestled in the Italian Alps. As a young child, he was fortunate enough to spend enjoyable times working and playing in his grandfather's Pietro's vineyards. Years after Emilio immigrated to the U.S., his fond childhood memories led him to the vineyards of Sonoma County. In 2006, he purchased a Pinot Noir vineyard, renaming it Marina's Estate in honor of his wife. In 2010, they proudly launched their inaugural 2008 vintage Pinot Noir. Luca Zanin was born in Flushing, New York in 1970. After college and following his father's lead, he purchased his estate and that he renamed Simpatico Ranch, the producer of Bennett Valley's award-winning Chardonnay. Today, Luca and his wife Elizabeth live with their 3 children on Simpatico Ranch. They spend their time working and playing in the vineyards and will carry on the passion for growing grapes and making fine wines.
Petro is very happy.
Very, very happy.
That's cool.
Sometimes the stories are just as cool as the wines.
Yeah.
Read.
Sable Ridge Vineyards. Sable Ridge Vineyards was originally planted in 1968. Chuck Barr and Marianne Costello founded the winery in 1995. They replanted the 6-acre property and broke it into single-acre vineyard blocks. Each is planted with a different varietal or clone. Chuck Barr is the winemaker and uses grapes grown in a cool, windy climate. He is best known for Estate Syrah, but also makes Viognier, Petit Syrah, Zinfandel, and Bordeaux blend, and 2 Syrah blends. Production is under 1,000 cases a year. Along with their estate vineyards in Bennett Valley, Sable Ridge Vineyard sources grapes from Lodi, Sonoma Valley, Alexander Valley, and Russian River Valley. And okay, so Atlas Wine Company. This is my wine is under this heading. Atlas Wine Company represents a new generation of winemaking rooted in the family tradition and commitment to a vineyard to bottle approach that emphasizes minimal intervention. Founded in 2014 by Bellis, Cybulskis, and Remy families, Atlas Wine Company remains a family-run business to this day. Through their 2 brands, Omen and Oro Bello, these families have shared their passion for wine and their love of the vineyard and with the world. So the kind of their theme here is good wine equals good grapes and clean winemaking. Have you ever stopped to wonder about what goes into your bottle of wine? You might be surprised to learn that there are actually very few regulations governing the additions that can be used in winemaking. While winemakers are required to disclose the use of sulfites and the alcohol percentage, as well as include a government warning, there remains a significant gray area when it comes to other additives that can be used.
Oh.
That's true.
Hmm.
So with their wines, they have low sulfites, no toxic additives, lab tested, vegan, paleo, keto friendly, binds to bottle approach, and no residual sugar.
Well,
So
we
that-
hope that all of them have no toxic additives.
Oh yeah.
I would hope.
Okay.
I-
Okay.
So those cans are the wine in the can, right?
Yeah. There's the one that my bottle is kind of covering over
Wait,
here.
did they, David, he's asking what would be non-vegan, like the wines, like in like our Matanzas Creek. Explain what they use from fish or whatever that would make it
Yeah.
non-vegan.
So there's let me blow up so I can see you guys. There we go. Oops. Didn't mean to. Okay, there we go. So in the process of winemaking, there's one step that can include what's called fining, and fining is part of the clarification process. And finding materials, there is only one that is non-animal based. That is using a specific bentonite it's a diatomaceous earth that helps to rid the wine of its particulates. All the others are all animal-based like milk or eggs or swim bladder from a sturgeon. So we don't at
What kind of bladder?
unnamed winery that I work at, we don't claim to be vegan friendly, but we do test to assure there are no trace elements left after the winemaking process, because sometimes we use the animal products for fining. It kind of depends on the wine, what type you use. So
But you
People
do
get-
claim to be, that other thing.
So I have a question. I have a technical question. So
Okay.
I understand that there are people that want to be vegan.
yeah, I don't know why.
Why I'm fine with that. But-
Okay.
So people are worried about, we have to be vegan, and how much, what's the percent of the population that's vegan, like 1%?
I don't know. I don't know.
Than you would think.
So
What's that other thing that, the other,
a vegetarian versus vegan. Yeah, vegetarian can have milk or eggs. I don't know. We do have our wines tested if we use animal products in the fining. Yes, if people are really, they don't like to have cloudy wine or sediment in their wine necessarily. So that's what the fining process does. It makes sure your wine's not cloudy or that throws sediment at the very start. So it's kind of interesting. I did have a guest. You know, when we have people sign up for tastings or tours, we say that they have any dietary restrictions. And the other day I had somebody that said that they were vegan, and I said, well, I'm not going to say anything if they don't ask, don't tell. I don't know. Because if they drink wine and they claim to be vegan, then they should know better. They should know that there's a possibility. So that's more on them than me.
If they're truly some sort of obsessive vegan, they need to be aware of what.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we don't. So I mean, if you go to our heritage tasting, there's cheese, so that's out. Can't have cheese.
Bread.
Or the crackers for that matter.
Or
Yeah,
crackers.
Crackers and the bread, this.
Well, see, then they're cutting out all the good stuff, and so that's why they have the wine. So they don't. Wine.
It's sad.
I can't think of the name of it, but you guys have another certification that has something to do with,
Organic.
We're organic. Yeah. We're
How about
certified organic.
biodynamic?
Yeah, we're not biodynamic. And I don't think we'll ever be. But we are organic, and we have the distinction of being the organic farmers since 1982.
yeah, that's what it was.
We're ahead of most of the valley in that respect. Moving on, I think I have maybe one more.
I like those bottles of, whether it's Chardonnay or whatever, the white one.
Yeah, these are cool. So, I like to get bottles or pictures from the different wineries, and this were basically it. So this one, so it's like, okay, those are what I'm showing this time.
Hey, David, he has a question for you. Jim does.
So, David, in Washington, we have several wine bottling trailers that go around to the wineries and bottle.
That's what we use too.
For a day or two. Is that the way most of the wine is bottled down in the Bennett Valley? Or, with 1,000 bottles, you aren't going to be able to afford a bottling.
These guys do not have their own bottling line. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Bottling lines are expensive. And we don't, at our winery, we don't have a bottling line either. We have the trailers that come in. We probably will never have a bottling line. There's no place to put it now.
And how do they clean those so that if you are vegan, you know what I mean?
It's done through
Oh,
Ozonator.
the bottling line?
Yeah,
So the people that run the bottling line, they sanitize the whole thing.
No, it's impressive.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to work one, it's quite
Oh,
the,
I have. When we were shut down because of pandemic, they asked us if if we wanted to volunteer to work in the bottling line. I did that in 2020. Yeah. Yeah.
You
I did it for a week.
I was impressed with what they did and the ozonators and all that they used to clean and
Yeah. We had the added fun of doing it during the pandemic, so we're all wearing N95 masks and gloves, and
Oh my
it was
God.
like 100 degrees
Had to be
outside. and,
warm, yeah.
We were not. It was kind of a miserable time.
Well, yeah, it was 2020.
2020.
So nobody,
great.
yeah.
I can imagine under that mask, your mustache must have drooped.
I think it might have had some moisture on it. So this is Belden Farms. From day one, Belden Barns, sorry. Belden Barns has been about much more than just wine. When we set out to build our business, we envisioned a winery that would offer unique hands-on opportunities to learn about both farming and making wine. We were tired of traditional tasting rooms and determined to bring people closer to the land through experiences that were meaningful, sustainable, and ultimately unforgettable. Enter the farm at Belden Barns. Wine is best enjoyed with food after all, and we are excited about creating a family business and brand that celebrates the full diversity of agriculture. The farm at Belden Barns produces a wide range of fruits, vegetables, with 3.5 acres currently in cultivation. Fresh produce from the farm is sold to restaurants throughout the Bay Area, and farmers Jenny and Vince Trotter work closely with chefs to plan their crop mix. In the fields, you'll see everything from heirloom tomatoes and melons to asparagus and specialty greens, with a focus on delicious pantry goods like heirloom beans, polenta, and popcorn.
Is that Vinnie Trotter right there?
I guess that is.
Well, they're not even old enough to drink.
This picture is like 20 years old.
You don't know
So
Vinnie
now they're
Trotter.
just old enough.
So the Vinnie Trotter reference is my cousin Vinnie.
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
Trotter? Yeah. Okay.
And that's it.
The Utes.
So next week, I'm on an adventure. Scott, I'm going to go see your cousin Ken, my brother, up in Sonora.
Oh,
And it's going to
boy.
be badly hot there. But
Yeah.
then we'll return on August 29th, and we're going to look at Sonoma Mountain.
When that's the
We're back.
Just half of us.
Half of us.
Okay, so I guess we're
Who'll be
going
missing?
to miss 2 weeks because we fly in on the 29th.
Can you see
Okay.
just half my face, David?
Oh, half of you. Okay, got it.
Time is it in Jamaica?
Well, it's the better half, I think.
it's
I have it noted, Sharon and Eric vacation.
2 hours ahead.
If we
Okay.
can next week, we will put some clothes on and join you. Not next week. Oh, we can.
Yeah, next week.
Next week's the 22nd, and David
Yeah.
will be presenting.
I didn't.
You're not gonna be here the 22nd, but the 29th,
I just-
we're coming home.
I talked to my brother, and I know already that his internet is sketchy up there, and I was also thinking of taking my electric car and asked him if I could plug in, and he says they often have rolling brownouts or blackouts. So I decided I'm not going to take the electric car and risk not being able to get back to the Bay Area. So
How far
yeah,
is that for you?
huh?
An hour and a half.
Drive is that?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Oh. Not
Hour and a
far.
half. Yeah, 2 hours.
yeah. Well, if you, yeah. from-
It's only a little over 100 miles, which I could do a round trip on one charge, but it's, it's also going up hills and
going up in
mountains. So
elevation.
with
Yeah.
that, you might, when you go up hills and mountains, you use more power.
So
More,
it's 100% electric?
mine is, yeah.
You could stop on the way and have McDonald's and plug in.
For 3 or 4 hours? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, actually, the new ones at the gas station, they charge real quick.
Yeah, there's a quick
Yeah.
charge. They use direct DC instead of
Yeah.
AC. I've never used one of those.
Actually, they're not bad. They charge you, but my son has a Tesla, so we plugged in Florida. We got a real good charge on it real quick.
We're about to have a
10 minutes.
Tesla plant in Los Gatos.
Wow.
Not a plant, but a dealership.
Yeah,
David, where are you going again?
Sonora.
My brother lives in Sonora.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little community just outside the main town of Sonora, but it's within the city limits. It's called Crystal Falls.
Okay.
So he basically literally lives in a cabin in the mountains, in the forest.
In a cabin in the woods.
I bet he's not vegan.
Little man by the window.
He is not vegan, and I will be
What was it that was walking by? Saw something
I
walking
think
by.
so. Something walking by.
You can see Dorothy.
Oh, Dorothy can sing.
Dorothy can sing.
No, no.
Yeah.
Girl Scout songs.
Keep going, Dorothy.
Yeah, keep going. I don't know if I know that song.
Ah, you're too young.
I'm
Hey,
too young.
Well,
Because-
Nan knew it. She started it.
Oh, shoot me, Dad.
Yeah, Nan's not younger than me.
He did.
Remember it all.
You had to do all the.
Yeah.
Like a
Because
camp
now
song?
You're saying it again.
Yes, Girl
You
Scout.
took out a line and just did the.
Oh, right.
I got in trouble sneaking into the Girl Scouts campground.
So you know it
Bet you
too.
did.
One more time.
Oh.
Was I there?
Put me on the Boy Scout.
Yeah. When
I'll
we were Boy
practice
Scouts.
next
And then I end up being a co-leader for my wife's Girl Scout troop. So I was in charge of camping.
Of course you were.
Yeah, now you have to go through all kinds of background checks just to even.
Oh, even then it was kind of weird because we were told that I couldn't
It's better.
I couldn't stay. I wasn't supposed to stay there because
It's phone, but
yeah.
it's better.
So I one time I did sleep in the Suburban,
It's a
but it was
decent-
kind of ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was a little bit ridiculous.
Generally.
And then one we went to a Girl Scout
It's
gathering. I forget what you called them, jamboree or whatever, and one of the leaders of the council said, "Oh yeah, guys are okay to come. You got to have somebody to carry the coolers."
Oh,
You had this with carnies.
Dorothy, do
Okay.
you like your wine?
That's just what I was about to ask. How did everybody like their wines?
I'm liking it, actually.
Yeah,
This-
I like it.
I'm liking it much better, cold with ice.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Yeah.
barely liking it that way because I don't like it at all. But it's better than last week for sure.
So you don't like it at all?
Better than the last Pinot.
You
I
guys
had.
have,
We've
Did you
had
have
some good Pinots historically, but I'm just.
But
not
did you
Pinot.
take your Paxlovid vinegar? His taste may be altered.
Right,
Yeah.
oh,
I had a
yeah,
Paxlovid.
he's got COVID.
yeah, that's probably ruining it.
Oh,
There you
don't say that on
Hopefully it
the
doesn't
air.
ruin the food.
Yeah, it's going around again.
Mm,
Oh,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
Jenny, how's yours? She's finally drinking her Syrah.
Ooh,
It's
so
good. I argue it's a little young, but I like it. It has
Yeah.
a beautiful purple color.
uh-huh.
Madison's.
And Madison likes hers?
Oh, wow.
Knocked her
That's
out.
awesome. Nan,
Knocked her out.
She's a cheap date.
Oh, I love it.
This is good.
Nan's is a lot darker than ours is.
It's dark. It's really
Oh,
dark.
yeah.
And
You
what
like it,
kind
Nan?
did you have, Nan?
What's that?
Do you
Or
like it?
What's your variety?
It's Matanzas Creek Winery. It's a 2019 Merlot.
Oh, Merlot, okay, and it's dark.
It's
Mhm.
very dark.
Interesting.
You know how
Merlot could be dark.
Merlot can be really one note or possibly two note. This is much more complex. It's got some different flavors in there, several layers.
Really? Cool.
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 Okay.
I'll trade you my Pinot for some.
Maybe we
So
could.
so you would recommend that we try it?
Go ahead, finish it. Oh.
Okay, you do. It's been a while since we've had a Merlot.
I'm not a Merlot fan, but this is good.
Yeah, I do like
Oh,
it.
I like a
Okay.
good Merlot.
No, we guzzled Merlot someplace. We remembered how much we used to like it.
This would be great with a light steak.
Yeah.
Light steak?
What's a
What's a light steak?
light steak? Is that a vegan steak?
Hamburger. Hamburger.
If you're vegan, you can take a piece of shoe leather. A vegan,
No, they can't. Vegans can't wear leather.
vegan shoe leather, which is genuine Naga.
Hey,
Okay.
Well,
Feather, yeah.
Hey,
David's gonna be getting hate mail from the vegans. You're making.
Yeah, like
David.
they're watching.
David,
Vegans beware.
you are sitting down, aren't you, David? I want to tell you something. I had my first taste of sushi tonight.
Oh,
wow, and
It was good.
I didn't try.
what, Nan didn't have any?
No,
No.
What did you have? What was the sushi?
It
What
was
was it?
mostly salmon on top, and I don't care for salmon either.
It was a Philadelphia roll.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, that's not sushi, but it was it.
It did have a salmon
smoked salmon?
inside and a sashimi on top.
Yeah, they used to
Okay.
call that, they used to call that Jewish roll.
Do they have sushi
Smoked
in
salmon.
Ohio?
It was it smoked
Oh,
salmon.
yeah.
Do they have sushi in Ohio?
It's cooked pretty well, but it's still sushi.
it's Ohio sushi.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I
Yeah,
just,
other places they call it venison, right?
So
But
Nan
why
and
did
Scott-
you have sauce? Did you have beer with it? If you didn't have sauce?
oh, I had Chardonnay.
Oh,
That's-
Stood up to it.
Yeah,
So what did you have, Nan?
Chardonnay.
we went to an Asian restaurant, so yeah, I had Chardonnay to drink, but
I
I
had
had-
Moscato.
had fried rice with chicken, basically.
That's what I figured. So Nan
Sushi
and
chicken?
Scott? Nan and
Yeah.
Scott, could you have your cousins text me where I need to go in Washington?
Sure.
What wineries are good?
Okay.
But
Thank
Long-
you.
I don't know.
Longview's a long way.
No, we're gonna go wine tasting. We're gonna go wine tasting. So we're gonna go out to the valley there.
We're gonna go out to the valley.
You're gonna go down to this to the
Well,
Willamette Valley? That's
Yeah.
closer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a lot farther. Why would you
Doesn't
do
matter.
that? Why don't you just go to Yakima or Walla Walla?
That's too far.
Yakima's
That's a long ways.
Okay, go
Closer
to
to Seattle.
Woodinville and go wine tasting in Woodinville.
There you go.
That's-
I don't know where that's at. It doesn't matter. We got 2 weeks, so we got this. Give me some
Go
suggestions,
beer
Plenty of time.
tasting.
please.
Go beer tasting.
Yeah, that beer that we couldn't get, was that in?
Okay.
That
Oh,
was-
Right, right.
That would be a great place to go. Oh, shit.
I followed him on Facebook. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Actually,
what city was that in?
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was-
But he still pops up every now and then on my Facebook.
Madison wasn't even born yet.
No,
No, she wasn't.
What's the name of that place?
but she was, I started thinking about her at that point.
Okay.
you know what? Nan will have it because Nan has notes from all.
You're right, I do. You're
Why
right.
do you think I asked Nan?
I think that
It was FN because it was effing good beer. I remember that part.
Nan is our
Yeah,
secretary.
but we couldn't get the beer. David got the beer.
Yeah.
I think it was in November. It was the week of the Zinfandel dinner.
It was a long time ago.
Because we
It
all
was like
went.
2 years ago or 3
Of
years ago.
2021.
Oh, we were doing beers.
I think November of 21,
November of 21.
I think.
I got everything.
Wow.
We did spirits, we did sucky sake. We did cider. It was before cider, right? Beer was before cider.
Beer was gross.
Cider's the new in thing
Yeah.
with the hipsters.
Yeah,
Trying to
It's
find the
around
name
for a
of
long-
that place.
it's been around for a long time around here. And I know a lot of it, the cider, is from Oregon or Washington with, the apples and stuff. that they-
Oh, Foggy Noggin. It was
There
called
you go.
Foggy
Noggin.
Noggin.
What is it called?
Foggy
Foggy
Noggin.
I follow him on Facebook. He was just up probably 2 weeks ago, maybe. He had a blurb out there.
Oh, so it's a really cool part. When I went to pick up the beer, I'm following directions from Waze, and it's taking me in I go, this doesn't look even close to anywhere a brewery would be, but it's actually in his garage. So
Okay.
it's a residential, but they on Saturday nights they do tastings.
Hmm.
And they have a nice little area there with like an awning with a bar and stools and chairs and stuff. I would definitely do it. I just, when I went to pick up the beer, it was Tuesday, so there's no tasting.
Is that the Burton Ale?
Yeah, Burton Ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
November 16th.
November 16th. She's looking at her
Of
listing.
what year?
I have of 21.
21.
Yeah, I have it in my phone.
Oh, she didn't get any.
Because yeah, we were on vacation that week, so I logged in. Yeah, because it was the Zinfandel dinner, and you bought it. You bought the beer, and we all picked it up when we were there.
That's right. I brought it to the winery. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, but we lived a little too far away.
Yeah, Nan and Scott, who were far away.
Bill needs to go to bed.
Harvest party is on my birthday this year.
Oh,
September
happy early
30th.
birthday.
Oh,
Email
Oh,
went out about
we'll
that.
be there. We'll be there at Inglenook.
Yeah, I'll be there during the day. I don't know if I'm working it. We'll find out.
Can we request you to work it? Is that going to be a problem, or is that?
You can.
Well, I
You get
just
double
want-
time in
I
it.
want you to be there because I know you'll give me extra wine.
You get double time and a half
I
working on
don't
your
think that
birthday.
getting wine is ever a problem at their
Oh, no,
get-togethers.
it's always a problem. They're always trying to cut me off. I don't understand it.
Eric.
so anyway, so Dorothy
Did you already make your reservation?
bed, because I know you don't feel good. Dorothy, you should sleep in another room, because I don't want you to get COVID too.
Well,
Too late.
He's already got it. It's too late.
when I'm guessing I'm gonna test positive tomorrow. I'm not gonna test till tomorrow, but when I had it before, Bill got it 2 weeks later. We isolated, blah, 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 and he tested positive 2 weeks after I did.
That's right,
So-
because you had one upstairs and one downstairs.
Yeah.
Can't
So
be in
might
the
as well
same
just
house.
get it over with.
Yeah, you're.
Downstairs has all the wine, so that's the place to be.
Yeah, the wine's downstairs. I'll be down there. Oh,
There you go.
Good move.
try to take a corkscrew with me in a glass.
Yeah.
I probably will sleep in another room tonight, I don't know,
I did. I slept in the
I-
basement the whole time.
I dream of that, sleeping in a.
Well, Bill thought that he had certainly avoided it that time. I mean, he tested for 10 days straight, tested negative, and then on day
Then
14,
14th day, he got it. Oh, wow.
he tested positive
I just,
when he had stopped testing after 10 days.
where
Well,
did-
now I see they're offering the COVID shots again in September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that new strain. Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's probably the strain that we have is the
I'm
new
sure
one.
that it
Did
is.
anyone get their RSV shot yet? I
It's
didn't.
not available yet, is
I
it?
don't think.
Yeah,
thought it
well,
wasn't
definitely.
available yet.
Pfizer hasn't told us yet anyway.
It says
Yeah.
it's available, but my Kaiser doesn't have it.
Right.
No, I'm gonna have to get that though.
I
I
need
guess-
some more kits. Where do I get more kits?
What's that?
To buy them.
You have
No,
to buy 'em now.
I think we can go to Kaiser, can't we, Karen, and
Oh.
get this for free?
You know, honestly, I haven't been to Kaiser for a year and I get my nasty notes. So I'm gonna go this next week and get everything, well, almost everything I can get. I wanna
So
go
they'll-
in.
If you go to Kaiser, they'll test you. But they don't give out the tests anymore. They don't give out free tests.
Well,
You know what? I know people in low places, so maybe I can get it. I'll let
well,
you know.
I take 4 of them.
Are you talking about us?
When we go. No, I
No.
Insider information.
Yeah, I'll give you some insider when I go in next week. So I'll find out everything there is.
And the government isn't sending us more?
Not yet, not
I
yet.
don't think that they're sending us, but because of our age, I think you can get them still free. Like if you go to Walmart and ask at the pharmacy, because I had no clue where they were at, number one, and he went and got them and he
Yes.
asked me all these questions and I'm like, yeah. So yeah, we got them for free. But
Okay.
that was during the height of COVID, but
Well,
I think I'm gonna
It's
check
great.
it out with the
It's
government.
great though, but if we go to Walmart to pick up the tests, we're gonna get COVID just from being in Walmart.
Guaranteed.
Well, you
Oh,
wait
There might still be
outside.
places in your community that have them. Our local library provided tests for.
I have a whole bunch of
They still
extra
are
ones
or not.
if you need
Yeah,
some.
but most of them are expired that we
They
got.
did expire very quickly.
They did, but they also, you can check to see if the status of yours, even if it says expired, it may still be okay.
Okay, I just thought of a couple places. to
Yeah,
check.
you know, how much are they? Are they like
They're
$1,000?
expensive. No, they're expensive because I used to buy them.
I think they were
They're
like
about
20 or
$10 a
25. So
piece.
if you're doing something where you're testing every day, that is expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just
We-
texting
we
my friend in
collect a
low
lot.
places to see if we can get it. She hasn't
Yeah,
answered.
Dorothy, I agree with you. We had a lot. Now we don't, if we take these forward.
Dorothy, the grandkids are okay in Hawaii?
So nobody's in Hawaii right now. So Ellie
They're all
was
here.
okay.
States.
And she was here and she's headed to Copenhagen
Thursday, I think.
Thursday. So she's
Okay.
doing her fall semester in Denmark.
But they don't
Oh,
live on.
how fun.
Nice.
That's going to be the best
And her
experience.
2 sisters were there visiting for a couple of 3 days
In
last week,
Honolulu.
but they're back.
Okay.
Oh,
And they were on
really?
Maui? Were they on
No,
Oahu?
they were on
They were on
Oahu.
Oahu,
Okay.
so-
Oh, okay.
Ellie's boyfriend was on Maui, but he was on the east side.
Okay.
Well, he works up at Haleakala, but
Okay.
he didn't have to go to work because the power was out. So
Oh.
Want to say hi?
Which is,
Sue's here?
I left Hawaii. Susan, looks like we'll be having Shop Kitchen this week.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
And what are we
that's
having?
good.
I don't know. She said she has a lot of groceries.
I had a keto quesadilla with turkey meat.
We won't see everybody next week because David's
good.
taking
proud of
off.
you.
but
Yeah.
we'll
we'll
see
see
Yeah,
some
well,
of you
you
in a
feel
couple of
better.
weeks.
Oh,
Bill.
feel better,
Yeah,
Bill.
feel
and-
better,
Yeah, I hope you
Bill.
feel better.
Hope you don't feel bad.
Pat
But we're
Corbin
gonna
fixed
see
me
you
very
in
quickly
September.
last time, so I've got high hopes.
Hey, no sucking face tonight, Dorothy.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Hey, today was my grandson's first day of kindergarten.
Aw.
Oh, that's a big day.
Yeah, it's going back to school.
I haven't seen.
Kids are going back to school so early.
It used
Yeah.
to be after Labor Day. Like,
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
it's insane. It's
Because
crazy.
they go to school for 6 weeks and then they have a week
Yeah.
off. Then they go 6 weeks and they have a week off. And then they have all these teacher and service days. It's ridiculous.
Well,
Yeah.
because, you know, when, I don't know how, but when us older people were in school, the teachers have to get their freaking education on their own time, not on my time. Now they have to shut down the school so that the teachers can get their continuing education.
Hi,
Hi,
Sue.
Sue.
Hey,
Bye.
Oh, that's it.
working in this kitchen was not a good idea, I guess, in the summer.
It's hot.
Oh,
Very hot.
well, especially today. I don't know about you guys, but it was hot here today.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Really hot.
Warm.
Actually, for Ohio, it was cool here today, and there was humidity and that it rained. It didn't rain hard until after the workers all left. So and we were on our way up to the restaurant in Canton. So
They're in our deck then.
Oh, yeah. Where are you, Karen?
I'm in Hayward, California.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I never
Yeah.
know which house.
Hayward, California. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, it's hot here
It's
Yeah.
real hot here.
and it's really hot in Florida. So I'm not there.
Yes,
Don't be there.
Nick is still there.
Oh, yeah.
Our son-in-law, yeah.
Yeah, I read someplace yesterday that July was the hottest month in 175 years that they've been keeping records.
Oh my God.
We don't have global warming, you know.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's still,
No.
how many years ago? 2 years ago now? I was up in Washington. It was 113 in Washington.
Oh,
That
Well,
was
my
crazy.
sister said,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
my
from-
sister said it was over 100 in Washington
There's
today.
Washington.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
People right there.
We used to go up
Yeah.
in the 80s and
That's
90s. We used to go up and do triathlons in Washington in the summer, and in August
Hmm.
we did
Oh.
the Whiskey Dick triathlon on the Columbia River,
Yeah.
and the water was freezing, and
It's
You know, I don't-
directly off a glacier. What do you expect?
no,
Yeah.
I know, but it was like it was so freezing that when you got out, you had to put a jacket on to get on the bike because you were so cold, and it never warmed up the whole time.
not now.
There's like warnings at all the lakes. Lake Taps has got a warning about going in the water and everything
Yeah,
Because it's too high?
because it's too cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's glacier fed
It's
too.
glacier fed, yeah.
wetsuits. We had
oh,
wetsuits.
oh,
Yeah.
But the water was so cold that you put your face up to get in the water. You put your face in the water to immediately do that. But
It'll wake you up.
We had warnings locally about the temperature this year because we had so much snow in the Sierras, and so
Right.
the rivers and everything were much colder than usual.
Yeah.
Sacramento area.
Yeah. How was Sacramento area today?
It was hot.
Okay. We'll be in
Yeah, about
Sacramento in
106.
3 weeks. I'm gonna be
When
in
are you
Sacramento.
coming?
gosh,
coming.
106.
I leave Washington and I'll fly into Sacramento and I'll be there for a week and a half.
Very nice. We'll
Yeah.
be neighbors for a week and a half.
Yeah. Then I'm also going to the Sacramento, though. I got another trip to Sacramento on the 25th and 26th. I'll be in Sacramento,
of August or September?
August. I got to babysit the grandkids.
Very fun.
Like I said, bring Madison. I'll watch her too.
What's
Four's,
into the mix?
four's not more than 3.
so how old are the grandkids?
10, 6, and 3.
Boy, I don't know. Your grandkids must not be like ours because we're freaking exhausted. We have
No,
our kids
The
for-
youngest one is terrible. He's terrible.
But he's cuter than shit.
But he's terrible.
Takes that to grandma.
Hey. Actually, my son will say he's the worst forte boy ever. But I had 3 wild boys.
What is that about him?
He screams and runs.
Oh,
I'm constantly saying inside voice, inside voice.
that's Nash. Oh my God.
Yeah, our youngest has, I don't know if it was out of necessity, but he can project. So he's going to be a great public. And it's not like he's trying. It's just that
He's loud.
his voice projects so loudly.
Now I get
Public
it.
speaking, I guess.
Yeah. No, I spent an hour and a half on the phone with my granddaughter last night or 2 nights ago. And we had to play games on the Facebook. We had the avatars and we had different, oh my
Mhm.
God, an hour and a half playing on the phone.
Yeah, so we had that with our portal, during the pandemic, because we could read, they had little stories you could read to them.
Uh-huh.
And so they would always call us and say, read to us. And that, they did all the animation and, you
Mhm.
put your face in the pictures and stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I just did it on the old Facebook Messenger.
Well, no, it's the same thing.
Is it? Oh, same thing? Oh, yeah, we did that. We had, she goes, use your man voice. You're gonna be the boy and I'm gonna be the girl. We're gonna go on a date. We're gonna go to McDonald's and have a strawberry milkshake.
Very cute.
It's up to you. I have chicken.
I'm gonna call it a night.
Okay.
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 A couple weeks. I might
Thanks,
get on with
thank
my
you all for
sister.
joining.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Grace, Nora.
Scott's cousins joining. from-
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And have
Give me
fun
some
on your
good-
trip, Sharon and Eric.
Yes.
We will.
At the end of September.
Okay.
Okay.
And feel better, Bill.
We're not gonna be.
Yeah,
vegan
feel
on that.
Feel
better.
better.
I'm trying.
Dorothy,
All
keep
right.
us updated on Facebook.
You might have
Okay.
to switch, you might have to switch to whiskey so you can have a better example.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps with the cough.
That's
Look at the
definitely
cough.
preferable to Pinot.
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook. How can
Ooh,
Bill and Dorothy, am I friends?
I don't
She said
know.
keep us in, okay. Never mind.
I just never
Says
post
bye.
anything.
All right,
The,
bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you.